First, I'd like to welcome everybody for signing in today. I want to introduce myself. This is not the typical Rob. This is a different Rob. My name is Rob Drazen. I am a regional manager with Fixed Performance, and I wanted to talk today about the topic of timely selling. And, what does it mean to us? Obviously, we all know and we all should be very near and dear to our hearts, the MPI, MPVI. We all call it different things. We all know the importance of the MPI. What does it mean to us in retention? As a customer that comes to your store, every time that I come to your store and you do an MPI for me, you're gaining my trust if you do it every time. Every time. I like to hear good things. When you tell me that my car is okay, even if it's got 5,000 miles on it, you're gaining a little bit of my trust. We've all heard these things. We've all talked about these things. And they're very, very important to the process because every time you tell me something good, you're gaining my trust. And that is just absolutely huge in retention. We know this. What does it then mean to our CSI? It's value. It's important in the visit. It's what gains customer respect. And when you give me something that I see as an addition to my maintenance visit to your store, I feel like you're taking care of me. These are the simple things behind the MPI. The residual effect of the MPI is the sale. First and foremost, it's the retention. Secondly, it's the CSI. And residually, it's the added business we get by gaining that customer respect down the road. I want you to consider the banker that sends his wife in that knows nothing about the car, okay? That woman comes in, we take good care of her, we give her a good inspection, even if it's a brand new car, and we tell them everything's good. We tell them everything's wonderful with their vehicle, wearing in a great pace, doing the right things, and 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. Maybe we don't have much to talk about across those visits, but we're getting the opportunity to communicate to the customer that we are going to take care of the vehicle and that currently their vehicle is in a great condition. All this respect is being won across this period of time where a lot of times people think or technicians want to say, well, why am I doing it? It's a brand new car. There's no point. That's absolutely incorrect. The greatest of points is the respect we win and the retention we gain. Now, all of that is not new news to anyone. Everybody knows this. So what is the next step in this? The next step in this is the timing. Let's talk about the psychology behind it, the ramifications of a good process. Customer mindset when they come to your store is the ultimate importance. So if we can have an MPI process in place that abides by what we call a quarter time selling factor, quarter time inspection factor. What does this mean? If a customer comes into their store, and we'll use the basic oil change visit, we tell them it's going to take, a little less than an hour or 45 minutes or whatever number your store uses for whatever process you have in place. Whenever we do this inspection, and we do this inspection timely, if we can do it in 1/4 of the amount of time of the anticipated visit, we're abiding by a quarter time MPI factor. So what are the ramifications of it? And what is the customer psychology behind it? If I show up at your store at 9 a.m. and I'm expecting you to take care of my vehicle, and I'm guessing I'm going to be out of there because you've told me in less than an hour I'll be out of there sometime before 10 o'clock, this is my focus. This is my mindset. I'm in the mood to take care of my car very early in the visit. So if you can do a quarter time inspection, get me those MPI results in an anticipated 15 minutes, 1/4 of the time that I'm expecting to be there. I will purchase from you 78% of the time. These statistics are put together by a couple of different surveys done by a couple of different manufacturers. A lot of people spent a lot of time and money on this, and I just want to give you the meat of the data. I want you to know how important it is. If 78% of the time I purchase from you because you've gotten that to me quickly, everybody wins, okay? Why is it such a hard closing ratio, such a strong closing ratio that early in the visit? Because I am mentally engaged with you. I am 100% mindset, take care of my car. Now, obviously, this is way important in terms of process. So the process we have to have in place. Let's get that MPI going as early as possible, because that is when we have the customer's utmost attention. Now, obviously, as time goes by, I become less engaged. So we get to, let's call it around a half hour. What happens to my interest? I'm starting to wean. I'm starting to leave your facility mentally. And if you bring me my inspection results in around half of the amount of time that I expect to be there, that percentage lines right up with that. Right about 50% of the time, you will close the suggested sale of the necessary items on my vehicle, because now I'm on the fence. I'm mentally in your store, but I'm also starting to mentally leave your store. My mind is shifting from taking care of my car. It is ever so important to get to me before that rate. Now, all the way to the end. Let's go all the way to the last 25% of the visit. I'm gone. I am absolutely gone. I was in a store about 3 weeks ago. Simple air filter upsell. Technician brought the air filter to the service advisor 50 minutes after the car had been checked in. A simple air filter. 50 minutes. Okay. Would you think that customer would buy an air filter for $18?
No.
Didn't care anymore. Nope, didn't buy it.
Nope.
Didn't buy it. Why didn't they buy it? Because they were already mentally at their next location.
Right. They got to move.
10% of the time I'm going to sell something if I don't get that information to my customer before that last 25% of the visit time. Huge change in mindset. It's all psychology at that point. The customer is not paying attention to us anymore. Early on, we're their only focus. Late in the visit, they're not with us anymore. They just want to drive home. So please share this with your technician. We all have complacent technicians. We all experienced one at some point in our careers that just doesn't see the importance. If you can share this information because your technicians become complacent, you'll all get a copy of this and share the audio with them later. Now, let's forward it to the technician. Let's talk a little bit about what it means to the technician. Simple math. National averages on a good MPI show an average increase of 0.2 to 0.5 hours per repair order based on region and season and market, okay? So I like to just kind of go in the middle. Let's throw some simple numbers out there. If a technician touches 6 ROs a day, and he can increase his average hours per repair order by 0.3 hours, this is 1.8 hours a day. 1.8 hours a day times 5 working days, 9 hours a week. 9 hours a week times 52 weeks a year, 468 hours. Now, if I'm a technician, would I like to have an extra 468 hours? Absolutely I would. Here's why. Because if an average wage is about $16 an hour, we're going to go on the slightly lower side so that it applies to everyone. If I have 468 additional hours in my paycheck in a year, at $16 an hour, I gave myself a $7,488 raise. And all I have to do is a thorough MPI in 25% of my anticipated visit time. Now, that 25% applies to each and every visit, guys. Okay, we're not just talking about the waiter visit. This also applies when a customer drops off. This isn't a statistic that is only an in-house customer. If I drop my car off to you at 8, 9 in the morning and I go to work, I'm still thinking about my car for a little while, even though I'm not there, because I know it's not with me. Now, I get past lunch, I start to think about my car a little less, but I'm also wondering, is it done yet? So if you call me in that first couple hours, just the same as if I'm sitting in your store, just the same. I'm still engaged. I anticipate a repair. I anticipate taking care of my vehicle. It is all mindset. As I get past noon, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm checking out and I'm ready to come and get it, and it better be done. And if you tell me I need something at 2 in the afternoon, guys, I'm not interested anymore. I'm just mentally not interested anymore. I want my car back. It's a challenge, I know. It's a challenge to have that car inspected every time in a quarter of the time. We all have rack issues. We all have technician motivation issues. But use the statistics, use the money, share this information with them. Every time I go in a store and I talk to technicians, I call this my big 2 now, okay? This is information that I have to get to my technicians, and I encourage you all to get it to your technicians. Number 1, get it done thoroughly every time. It is ultimate important that you gain my respect by telling me things are good. Get it to me quickly. If I need something after I've given you my respect because you've been honest and told me things are good, residual sales will happen. I'm mentally engaged 25% of the time. 25% of the time I anticipate my car there, I want those repairs because my focus is take care of my car. Not late in the day, not late in the visit, early in the visit. Everybody wins. The customer wins. I like to tell people, I don't really care if they don't buy it sometimes, okay? I care if we tell them. We have to tell them that is the purpose of the MPVI. It is to gain that respect, gain that retention of that customer, and residual sales happen, and then everyone wins. Please share this with your people. It's near and dear to my heart, as it certainly should be to all of yours. And use the monetary examples with them. Please let them know this. It matters. I can't think of any one thing in the process that really helps more. We all take care of our customers. They all come in. We all show them we love them. We all know how to speak to them. You know, the vast majority of us speak to them wonderfully all the way through the process. But sometimes it's as simple as the timing. If the timing isn't there, I'm not there, even if you're nice to me, because my mind starts to leave you. Once I decide I'm leaving, I don't want to hear anything else. Quarter of the time, every time, give me good news as well as the news I need, because it's our duty to inform and do it timely. Does anybody have any questions about any of that?
The lines are completely open, everybody.
All right. Well, if nobody has anything, I want to say thank you for joining us today. Any questions? Feel free to email us, call us, any of us. We're happy to talk to you anytime, anywhere. All right. Well, have a good day, everybody, and thank you for listening.